insane.
Woo! I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Butler. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Young outside, lets it go with a three. The Great grabs the miss. The Great's got his sixth rebound on the night. Here's Hood Schifino. That ball's great assist by Love. Hood Schifino's got his second basket of the night. Here's Young. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And how about the passing? We've seen this from him. He's just absolutely shredding the D to pieces right now.
Good. Young's got 6 points.
And nice little floater right there. Give Young credit. He's developed the shots he needs to overcome his size limitations.
Here's the Great. He's got 16. Kicks it out to James. And stolen by Butler. Over in the corner, Turner. Wembanyama looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Young from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 9 points in the game so far.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Here's Lawrence. Kicks it out to James. Here's the Great. Turner covering. It's good. And that's 18 points for the Great.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Young pass to Butler. Back to Young. Out to Turner. Launches it. Rebound the Lakers. The Great's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Butler. Johnson outside. Looking for Young. He gets it there. And here is McDaniels. Last time, 14 points for him. Here's Love. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 16.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And midway through the season now, the power rankings starting to show a more complete picture. Taking a look at San Antonio, they're still holding tough in that 5th position, still trying to climb the ladder.
And when you look at the Lakers, they've fulfilled expectations and then some. Riding high down the back 9 now, looking invincible.
Here's McGowans. Young from outside. Okongwu grabs the board. Here's the Great, defended by Young. Here's Lawrence, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, the Great, in the last outing against San Antonio, played some superb basketball. He scored 33 points, and that was only part of it, as he added a triple-double for his work. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. Couldn't possibly top that tonight, could he? We'll find out together. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
So it's San Antonio now. After the basket by the Lakers. Pass to Kane. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Baldwin can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 17. Here's Lawrence, powered down with both hands.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Kane. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. There's the drive, and it's blocked by Lawrence. Okongwu with the elbow. Here's the great, defended by Young. Reeves outside. Here's Dunn. Drills the three-pointer.
Always ready to put the team first. Reeves wants the ball in the hands of the most ready scorer.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Kane. To halt the run. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Great's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Lawrence. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Kane.
Right there!
Wembanyama, a screen on Reeves. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
We've got Baldwin. He's out there with Wembanyama. And it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Hardaway. After Los Angeles picked up 3 with their rush. Here's Wembanyama. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Tries it from 19. San Antonio again missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
The Spurs have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Kane, the pass to Baldwin. Down low. Will it go? The Great grabs the miss. The Great's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Reeves gets the bucket.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Here's Kane, fires it up. San Antonio again missing. Here's the great. Here's Dunn. And a miss there on the triple. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside Hardaway. Six on the shot clock. Lets the three fly. Kane, that's good. Kane's got 6.
The vision of Hardaway Jr. He scanned the floor and found his teammate.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Kane. With some arc, and it's blocked by Lawrence.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Back to Dunn. Here's Christie. Scoreless thus far. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And there's Dunn on the assist by Christie.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Wembanyama. From 13 feet, it goes down. 5 points in the game.
We are seeing more and more big men with smooth, fluid shooting strokes, but Wemby's, he might be the most impressive.
Now, here's Okongwu. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's the great, and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And now, let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. The Lakers, number 1.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide-open, long-range shots, and that's why we see the great numbers from the 3.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Spurs. Butler comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Here's Wembanyama. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's the great, defended by Wembanyama. Here's the great, and he has 28 points for the game. McDaniels, again the Lakers.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Here's Baldwin after the basket by the Lakers. Here's Butler. Makes it off the glass. Butler's got his first basket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's the great, defended by Wembanyama. And the basket by the great. The great's got 30.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Kane, the pass to Wembanyama. Butler kicks to Baldwin. They get a hand on it. Pass to Kane. Wembanyama, a screen. Kane, that's good. Kane's got a pair of triples in the second now for San Antonio.
That's his second triple of the quarter and third of the game. Keep building.
Here's the great, 30 points in the game. And the shot goes down. The great's got 32 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Pass to Baldwin. Inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Here's the great, defended by Wembanyama. James wide open, drills it from outside. James has got 6.
Just playing with poise and confidence, man. They continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Here's Kane. He's got 11 to the inside. Here's Turner. Excellent D there from Lawrence.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
So it's the Spurs now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Turner with the screen. Kane. That 3 off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Here's Lawrence, and it's good for 2. The Greats got 34.
They are just killing them on the interior.
San Antonio's gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16th to 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Here's Turner, following the bucket by the Lakers. They set the pick. Butler from outside. The rebound by the Lakers. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. Lawrence passes to McDaniels. Lakers working the ball around now. Back to Okongwu. In the corner, it's James. Takes the 3. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
A great feed, and that assist gives him a triple-double. You gotta love that kind of player, able to get it done in just about every facet.
Now here's Turner. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Lakers. Takes a 3, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
And the 3-pointers are starting to add up. That's his 3rd of the quarter, and it brings him to 4 on the game.
Wembanyama outside. Pass to Kane to end the cold streak. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wembanyama has got 3 assists tonight. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing. Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Butler. Fires from deep. Baldwin can't get it to go. And here's the Lakers.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's the great. He's got 34. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
And the rejection by Lawrence. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. And a missed layup.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim. But that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
Here's Wembanyama after the made shot from Lawrence. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Spurs with some changes. Johnson's checked in for Victor Wembanyama, and Trae Young subbed in for Kane. Love's checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Butler, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
We're given a chance to see Johnson's athleticism. This man can really get up and throw it down.
Here's Lawrence. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
.55 seconds left to play here in the half. Bounce pass, Young. Turner with it. Johnson outside. Shoots the three. The Great grabs the miss. Driving inside. Nails the baby hook. The Great's got 42 in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Young kicks to Turner. Off target from outside.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
Lawrence passes to McDaniels. It's good from long range. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter. Now Young. Shot to stop the run. Hits it from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. Looking at the East, LaMelo Ball.
Well, LaMelo's been incredible. I'll tell you, he has been an elite scorer and passer who can single-handedly dictate the pace of the game, Shaq.
And when it comes to this award, it doesn't hurt that he got that razzle-dazzle to his game.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Lakers.
The offense has been well engineered, kind of like diesel engine, but much, much more advanced. More like a jet.
Yeah, that diesel engine gonna show you real power when that camera turns off.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from the Great.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted area seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
Here's Hood Schifino. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got James, the Great out there with McDaniels, and it's Love in at the 4 slot. And that one, good. James has got 14.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Young, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's the Great. Good, nice job down low. The Great's got 44.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Young dishes to Johnson. Young, a screen on McDaniels. Pass to Wembanyama. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. And that's now 7 points for Victor Wembanyama. There's a good screen. Here's Hood Schifino. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight. Butler from outside. It's rebounded by Lawrence.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Miles Turner. First personal foul. First team foul.
For Los Angeles, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Love. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to Turner. Three-pointer. The Great grabs the miss.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Shots good from Love.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
San Antonio's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Back to Young. Out to Turner. Shot clock at 5. Hits the three-point bomb. Turner's got 7.
And the uniqueness of Turner, an elite shot blocker who has deep range on that jumper.
Oh,
my
wow.
goodness.
Man.
And he jams it with authority.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here is Young. 12 points for him. Pass to Turner. And the call will go against the Great. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Young outside. 6 to shoot. Johnson outside. There's the 3. And McDaniels with the block. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Hood Schifino. He's got 7. Lawrence. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
And Young kicks to Turner. Pass to Butler. From deep, Johnson. A rebound by the Lakers. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And there it is for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Wembanyama outside. For the 3. Johnson can't get it to go.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Young outside. Outside Butler. Johnson outside to stop the run. Johnson missing again.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Pass to Hood Schifino. James outside. Here's the Great. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Shot clock at 3. And here's Love for 3. Traps in the tray.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Now, here's Butler. Turner with the screen. To the middle. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
Look at the concentration from Johnson, able to take the hit and still complete the play.
The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one.
Now look, he's a versatile weapon. Johnson is someone that wants to keep improving and shouldering more responsibilities on both ends of the floor.
Here's the great. A 3-ball. And yep, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Johnson outside. Outside Butler. A 3 from Wembanyama. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Wembanyama has got 5 points now this quarter.
Just a big-time answer from Wembanyama following up that 3.
Pass to the great. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. LA has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Here's Lawrence. His 3-pointer's off the mark. The Spurs shooting a low 30% mark from the field. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Throwing it down on that one. Turner really showing off that athleticism.
Smart passes to Lawrence. There's the triple. Rebound by Johnson. The Spurs shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Pass to Wembanyama. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Look, when he's that close, you have absolutely no chance against Wemby.
Wembanyama has gone even 50% from the field, 5 of 10. Here's Lawrence. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. James against Butler. Fires for 3. A rebound by Lawrence. Butler's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. Here's the great Turner covering. Outside for Smart. Here's the great non-stop scoring machine here. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. Wembanyama outside. Back to Young from downtown. They grabbed their own miss. Got a piece of it. Outside, Smart. Here's Lawrence, and good! There's another. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
From the baseline, the great grabs the miss. LA's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. When it comes to the league's most physical defenders, Richard, look no further than Marcus Smart.
Yeah, he's someone that has no problem sacrificing his body. Whether that's taking charges or diving after loose balls, he is relentless.
Here's the great to the right side. Dawkins. And another three for the Lakers.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now, here is Young. 12 points for him. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Here's the great, defended by Wembanyama. Dawkins, good.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Here's Butler. Pass to Young. Wembanyama, a screen on Smart. Here's Turner. Rebound the Lakers. 3-on-3. Lawrence passes to James. Wing shot on the way. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
Wembanyama, a screen on Smart. Young's shot is off.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
The Lakers with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. Pass to Iwoma. Lakers passing it around. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. Young's teammates love to see him at the stripe.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Young. And so Young nails them both.
And it's become clear what a leader Young is on this team. He senses when they need an infusion of confidence and always tries to provide it.
Here's the great. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Here's Kane driving the lane, uses the glass to finish the layup.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's the great. It could go, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Los Angeles with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Baldwin. Then there's Hardaway. And it's McGowan's in at the 3. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's Lawrence, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, They'll begin a road trip starting in Utah up against the Jazz. And then on Monday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Pass to McGowens for three. It's Clark with the rebound. Here's the break. And again, that's 62 points, 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kane. He's covered by Lawrence. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
And the Lakers have possession, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Reeves outside, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Spurs ball.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. From 7, the Great grabs the miss. Pass to Reeves. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Kane. And there's the drive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Kane's got 21 in the game. And so it's the Lakers with it. Lawrence passes to Christie. Clark with a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer.
Man, if Clark ever hits that shot with consistency, watch out. That's a game changer.
Wembanyama, a screen on Reeves. Kane, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Kane's got 10 points here in the second half. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
He is pouring it in this quarter. Maybe double team him, shoot at this point in time, triple team the dude.
San Antonio's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Hardaway with a wide open look. A rebound by the Lakers. Here's the Great. Pass to Dunn. Here's Christie. The Lakers moving the ball around. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Here's Hardaway, following the bucket by the Lakers. No good on the triple. Here's the Great, defended by Wembanyama. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Pass to Kane, launches a 3. San Antonio again missing. And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
So it's San Antonio now. After the basket by the Lakers. Hardaway for 3. The Great grabs the miss. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Another bucket. Wow.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Here's McGowans. To the wing on the left. Here's Wembanyama. Off target with the open look.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Here's Lawrence. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Kane. Second personal foul. First team.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Butler, he's checked in for Hardaway. And then for Los Angeles, Dawkins comes in for Dunk. And Smart subbed in for Austin Reeves.
Does Wemby even need to jump to dunk? No. Must be nice.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And the Spurs with some changes. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Baldwin. Young is subbed in for Kane. Wembanyama outside. Lets it go. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Wembanyama has got 4 points this quarter. Here's the great Turner covering.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. So it's San Antonio now. Outside Butler. Young sets a screen for Butler. Offline with his 3. Butler's gone only 1 of 7 here from the field. Pass to Clark over Wembanyama. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Second chance shot. And good. He hits it again. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. No good with the triple. And here's the Lakers. Here's the great rebound by Young. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball.
Butler.
Well, a lot of former NBA players have a hard time, RJ, giving credit to current NBA stars. Why do you think that is?
I think so quickly we don't hold next generations to the same standard as prior generations. I don't get into all of that stuff about who is better and who is greater. I just focus on the growth of the game.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish. Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Outside Turner from the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And the basket by the great.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Young pass to Turner. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Wembanyama has got 19 points.
As a player, a rough first half, look, it can wake you up. Sometimes it leads to much improved play in the second half.
And the basket is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Young after the made shot from Lawrence. Young passes to Turner. No good on the 3.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Pass to Dawkins. Here's Christie. Here's Lawrence. Again, what an avalanche!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Mark against Wembanyama. Young taking his time here. Buries the long-range jumper.
Smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Smart passes to Lawrence. Hits it again. Wow!
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. GA, I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on right now. Back to Butler. And the rejection by Lawrence. And they're able to recover. Here's Turner. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
No good from Clark. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Pass to Young. Back to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Some solid defense from Clark. Los Angeles has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. The Great misses. The Spurs shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tired. Johnson outside. Back to Young. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Wembanyama, no good. Here's the Great, covered by Johnson. Lawrence. Good, that's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And the rejection by Lawrence. Smart with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Count it. Smart's got his first points of the night.
Finishing through contact always fires you up. Smart is really just their spark.
Here's Wembanyama. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Here's the Great. Turner covering. Here's Lawrence. Yet another bucket.
He's incredible. He just keeps raising his level night in and night out.
Yeah, zeroing in on 5th place for total points in a single season.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Great.
His overall stat line really says it all. I think a triple-double game for him, getting it done everywhere on the floor.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Wembanyama. The rebound by Lawrence. Los Angeles has gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. And good that time.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
Everyone loves seeing Wemby put up serious points. His team, his coaches, definitely the fans. That's what they pay for.
Here's Lawrence. Good, he hits again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Butler dishes to Young. Wembanyama, a screen on Smart. Young, no good. And here's Los Angeles. Here's the great. Fires the three. San Antonio with the rebound. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long, and we'll see you next time.
Watch basketball for another 30 years, and I see that again.